red wine season has officially hit. Time to warm up, time to put those crispy whites and the rosés away or finish them quickly until the next season. But we're going to jump into something pretty serious today, which is going to be a wine that we recently restocked in the US web shop, which is going to be 100% Cabernet Franc, La Trinita, coming from Heumann Winery, and of course based in the Villány region. So what do we know about Villány? Kind of in a nutshell, this is going to be Hungary's, response to the Bordeaux style. So it's our southernmost region and one of the only regions that doesn't have a strictly continental climate. So semi-continental, semi-Mediterranean, that's where we can ripen up our more serious red varietals, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, some Cabernet Sauvignon as well.
They don't necessarily just put Cab Franc on the label, they put Villányi Franc on the label.
So it's not just Cabernet Franc.
Exactly.
Villány Cabernet Franc.
It's their take. It's the Cab Franc coming from Villány, which they believe is their signature grape for sure. I mean, it's a fact. And they believe it's one of the best Cab Francs produced in the world.
For sure. And Heumann Winery, which has been one of our partners for a number of years now. And let's just talk about them for a moment.
Yeah, so we're talking about a Swiss-German couple. It's a small boutique operation. They have a very small team. They focus on the classic Villány varietals, with Cab Franc being the flagship grape, and also putting a lot of emphasis on Kék Frankos, which is Hungary's most common red grape variety.
Cheers. So the name itself, La Trinitá, is coming from actually the slope or the vineyard that it's coming from. Very spicy, very fruity, very intense, and just everything that we love in a Villány Cabernet Franc. It's powerful, it's substantial, but it's not overwhelming, and it's not overly oaked. The fermentation was in stainless steel, and then the aging was done across 24 months exactly in 225 liter and 500 liter Hungarian oak barrels.
It immediately takes me to Villány, and very Cabernet Franc-y nose. I get some dark chocolate, cognac-os megy, so dark chocolate dipped with
cognac
cherry, very Hungarian dessert. And actually this dark chocolate is fairly typical of Cabernet Francs.
Cognac cherry, it always makes me think of like the cherries that are used for making Manhattans. So classic American cocktail, one of my absolute favorites and a favorite of my father and my grandfather. Sweetness on the nose, but totally dry on the palate. Lots of sour cherry, even blackberry and black cherry as well. But this typical like dusty earthiness that's just classic for the Villány region, because of the different soil types that they have there.
And the best is that this one is not overdone. It's not overly heavy. It's not jammy, not totally overripe on the nose. When you sniff the wine, you think, okay, this is going to be a big wine. But actually, when you take a sip, it is, again, the acidity.
Definitely. And you get a touch of that herbaceousness. So this little bit of like, green pepper kind of capsicum thing, which is super classic for Cabernet Franc. But also loads of different spices like cinnamon and vanilla and things like that. But also I almost get like some kind of like saffron or something a little bit more exotic and more exciting that we don't usually find on a lot of styles of red wine in Hungary. But this absolutely has it.
15% alcohol, so it's not exactly a breakfast wine like we're doing it. Don't drink it for breakfast.
I was shocked when I saw that because of the acid, because of the oak, everything, it's like a natural, kind of shock absorber for the wine. You don't feel the punch. Maybe after 2 or 3 glasses you would, especially right here in the face. But on this one, as I'm tasting it right now, it's not too hot. It's not, the alcohol doesn't show.
No,
which is the hallmark of an excellent winemaker, that you can have that there but still manage to make everything work.
And that's the reason why they really focus on this grape variety. That's the reason why it's legitimate to call it Villányi Franc. Okay, put Villány apart. I have to say, not only Villány, the entire country is really suitable for Cabernet Franc production. Hungarian Cab Franc is really to look out for. And one more note, we are really happy to have this back in the US. We had it when we started the US web shop about 5 years ago. We had 1 or 2 batches of it, Then COVID came and we had to sort of rethink everything. So this is not a big comeback of the La Trinita. There is a huge following of this wine. People who try this remember this wine, and as soon as we put it on the website, Ralph, thank you for the order. Ralph from Chicago ordered a full case, 12 bottles.
Only.
Ralph.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Again, very limited. We ordered less than 200 bottles.
So whether you're based in the US or the EU, this wine is once again available in both of those web shops. Stock up for winter, because when I drink this, it's like putting on a warm blanket. So as the colder months start to come, November, December, January, these are the ones that you want to have on the rack, and you don't need an excuse to open them up. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.